Well, guys, Lady Luck smiled on me again. After missing out 3 separate times, I finally got my hands on Jack Daniel's newest release, the Single Barrel Heritage Barrel Toasted. And we are going to find out exactly what it's all about. Roll my intro. Hey guys, welcome back to T-Rod Whiskey. I am, of course, your host, T-Rod, and this is the internet's most okayest whiskey review channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the shit show. You're going to experience it firsthand. If you're coming back and you are a multi-time viewer, or even better, a subscriber, well, you kind of know what to expect at this point. Mild shenanigans, decent tasting notes, and an ugly bald guy with a questionable beard. So, what we are talking about today, right? Jack Daniel's newest release, which is their Heritage Barrel. I don't know what a Heritage Barrel means exactly, but this is their Toasted Barrel Tennessee whiskey coming in at 100 proof. So this was, it's barrel entry July 7th, 2017. Bottling date, July 18th, 2025. So this is just a hair over 8 years old, 100 proof. It's got a blue label on it, which I don't know what that means. Not really sure. But Jack Daniel's, they just continuously put out banger after banger after banger. And I was that person that did not believe in Jack Daniel's for a very long time. And I'm kicking myself in the ass for not drinking it sooner. My first real bottle of Jack Daniel's was actually this guy. This is their special release from 2020, this was the special release rye. This was from one of the Coy Hill Rick houses, coming in at 131 proof. You know, just an amazing bottle. But then, you know, things like the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye, which this is also a Coy Hill Rick house, 134 proof. Their single barrel proofs are absolutely amazing. If you can get your hand on a single barrel store pick, like this one from A&B Liquors, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then, you know, obviously the big dog, this is the Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. This is the 2024 release. This is not one of the hazmat releases. No, I have not opened this one yet. I'm waiting for a particular friend to come by the speakeasy. They are a huge Jack Daniel's fan. Told them I would wait for them to pop it. So this one is waiting for a special occasion because I firmly believe that special bottles should be drank with special people. So this one is still sitting unopened. But the point is, Jack Daniel's is doing just about everything and doing it well. They even have a single malt that is sold only in 1 liter bottles at duty frees, and it's absolutely amazing. They're killing it. But we're gonna get into this guy. So just over 8 years old, 100 proof, toasted barrel. I've heard really, really good things about this. I don't know exactly what the deal on it is, but if it's like everything else they've done, they've probably taken what everybody else has done and they're gonna do it that much better, because that's what Jack Daniel's does. They have the experience, they have the power, they have the resources to just come in and do it better than the last guy. All right, so that was some tricky cellophane. So for anybody who cares to know, this is barrel number 25-04184. I don't know what that means, but we have our very fancy stemmed glassware. And let's go for that cork pop. Solid cork pop, natural cork. Okay, classy. All right. So that's got just a really rich golden brown color. I don't know if you guys can really tell just how good that is, but that is just a fantastic color. And at just over 8 years, it's got a great age on it too. I always thought Jack Daniel's was more in that 5 to 6 year. It's probably a bit older than I've always thought, and most of you have realized. But get that swirling around. It is already super oily. Like, we're talking Exxon Mobil levels of oil spill oily. So, ooh. That smells fruity on the nose right away. That's mixed berries and oak, dry oak, with like a cherry, blackberry, and just like a hint of vanilla. Like, it smells really good on the nose. That smells like a fruit bomb on the nose. And then you got that oak and vanilla kind of just working its way in between those, if you would. So we're going to go ahead and take a taste. Cheers, folks. Okay. Not going to pull any notes. First drink. All right, going back in. You can just see, I hope you guys can see, just like the tears running down the side of that, like how oily that is. And it does. It's already coating super well. Okay. That's like a mixed berry bomb. There's some, I'm getting a little bit of blueberry, that blackberry, some raspberry, toasted oak, some caramel, and then there's something else on the back end. What is that? It's almost got like a popsicle stick quality. But if the popsicle stick was like vanilla flavored, like, you know how you get those toothpicks that are like minty? Like if it was a vanilla flavored popsicle stick, that's
pure vanilla. Sweeteners.
That's kind of what I'm getting on the back end, but it's really nice. The fruit is all encompassing. It's oily as hell, and it really just pulls you back in, asking for you to take another taste. Oak, that barrel char, the complexities there. I feel like this is going to be one that's going to open up a little bit more. You get a very, very slight amount of like an allspice, very slight, but it's there and gone like right away. It doesn't hang around at all. So there's a lot to unpack here. I think it's really good. I did pay about $10 over SRP for this just so I could have it for the review. I think it's worth about whatever SRP is, which I think is $70. I think I paid $80 for this, and it's really good. I like all the Jack Daniel's stuff. This is a modern interpretation of our earliest barrel making process featuring handcrafted, heavily toasted, and low char barrels. Okay. So I think that's why we're getting so much oak influence. I mean, obviously with the toasted, but maybe that's what the heritage barrel means, right? And I know, the Tennessee whiskey thing might put off some of you people. If we're not past that at this point, I feel like Jack Daniel's has done more than enough to cement their place in the whiskey world, in the whiskey scene right now. If you guys aren't on the Jack Daniel's train, I mean, there's really no helping you at this point. What is that? Walnut. The back end has a walnut taste to it. Again, very good. I like this a lot. I would give this a score right off the rip of 7.8. I think 7.8 is a good score for this. If it opens up a little bit more, maybe it gets a little bit better. I think it's fruity. I think there's sweet notes. It all just seems a little bit kind of muddled right now off of fresh pop, and maybe that's me. It has been like 100 degrees here in Michigan today. It is hotter than Hades. We had a garage sale. I was just drinking an old fashioned, so maybe that has some influence on this. But I think this is I don't think this is meant to reinvent the wheel, but I think that this is an excellent addition to the Jack Daniel's lineup, alongside the barrel proof rye, the barrel proof whiskeys, the single barrels, all that. I mean, this blows Gentleman Jack right out of the water, but it's really just a little different than anything else they've put out. And I really like it. I like the blue label. For whatever reason, that blue label always just makes me feel like it's a little bit more quality, right? I don't know if it's because from a young age, like Johnny Walker Blue made me think of like Regal or expensive, but this blue and gold really sets it off very nicely. I really like the palette. I like the color palette, I'm sorry. I like the label. I like the presentation. This bottle is unlike any other on the market. I think it's great. I enjoy it a ton. I think Jack Daniel's they're right up there with doing the cutting edge things in the whiskey world today. Obviously, they're not doing a lot of the weird mixes and barrel finishes like Penelope is, but I think they're still kind of blazing a new trail in the whiskey world in a very similar way to how Penelope is. They've got new releases coming out all the time. They got the 10-year, the 12-year, the 14-year. They got the Coy Hill coming out every couple of years. They've got their annual special releases. Now you got a Heritage barrel coming out. This is probably, if not my favorite, then one of like my top 5 toasted finish bottles. Was not a fan of the Elijah Craig toasted. I thought it needed a little bit more proof. The HK Young toasted, really like that one, but I thought it needed a little more proof. I think 100 proof is really, really good. I think the only ones I like more than this are probably the Penelope single barrel picks. And those are single barrels. So can we really count that? I don't know if we can, but that's it, guys. That's how I feel about this. I think 7.7, 7.8, somewhere in there. For retail, really good. These will be on the shelves. From what we are told, these will be on the shelves. So if you don't have a channel like I do and you don't have this like overwhelming need to have it first, then just wait a little bit. These will start showing up, and I think they're going to be around a lot, and I think that it's going to be easier and more convenient to attain, just like the old Fitz 7s, the old Granddad 7s that are kind of being marked up to $80, $90, $100 in some places. Just wait, guys. It's not worth paying the extra scratch. Put that money into another bottle of pre-made cocktail, or maybe, save it and take care of your family a little bit. Buy some groceries or something. I don't know. But until next time, guys, I am T-Rod. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your patronage. Keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit that little bell notification, and I will see you next time. Cheers.